Hey team, happy Tuesday. It's your coach Daphne here. And a friend of mine were talking about some interesting statistics this morning on a call. And he actually ended up sending me a graphic that was showing the differences between using social media as your sales tool versus email. So if you're like me and work from home and you're out of the workforce, you probably don't use email except for something like a Yahoo account, a Hotmail, something like that, right? So email's not really hasn't ever really been my biggest form of communication with my customers and my clients. I'm just so into that social media movement that I'm following along. I'm like, okay, if this is the way that things are changing, I need to keep up with this movement so that I'm communicating the way that everybody around me is starting to communicate. So I have kind of turned my back a little bit on emails. Well, in going to Chalene Johnson's seminars and all these other studies that I've been listening, and then again speaking with my friend this morning, if you are not utilizing email or have a way to capture your customers' email lead generation tools, Aweber, Constant Contact, MailChimp, so one of those tools, you could be losing out on so much business. So here's why. Here is a quick comparison between using social media versus using email. Now, I'm not saying that you should be using one or the other. One actually helps out the other. You should be using social media to create your brand, right? You're starting to identify who you are, your place in this business. People are starting to follow you. They are starting to trust you. And then at that point, that's when you need to spin it. If you were in this for business, you are turning that into a lead generation tool, your social media, right? So some way, somehow, you need to be capturing your customers, your followers, contact information. So listen up. And I did take notes. So like I mentioned, you want to use social media to gather emails because emails are more than just a tweet or a post. You can do so much more with an email in terms of direct communication, personalization, upselling. And then again, I'm going to kind of dive into each of those. So if social media were to go away, and Chalene Johnson actually has mentioned this a few times, if social media were to go away tomorrow, what would you do? How would your business thrive? Would it crumble? Is like every single contact that you have just on your Facebook's friends list, and you just, you keep a spreadsheet of, the people you've been talking to or something? If that's the case, you probably wouldn't have a business if social media went away tomorrow. Your email list, that is yours, right? You always have that contact list. Social media changes constantly. I mean, you hear Janelle Summers do trainings on this. You hear Chalene Johnson and all the social media gurus that are doing, having these courses on Facebook ads and when to engage and what time of day is the best time to post, and don't share a YouTube video, and make sure you tag and comment and like blah, 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 blah. It's a second job to keep up with my Facebook page sometimes, but that's because it's constantly changing. Email doesn't change. You use it for your own, you're responsible for that. Your email action will determine the reaction from your customers. Are you in constant contact with them? Are you sending things of value? Do you have your coaches and your customers set up on newsletters so they're receiving weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly communication from you? So like I mentioned also, you can use emails for your upsell. But again, it all starts at the social media level. So here's an example, and this is something that was discussed this morning. When you are doing a post on social media, especially for those of you that run ads, you're paying for that ad. You want to make sure that you have the most specific target marketing. Here, I just ran an ad. I boosted an ad yesterday to all the busy moms out there. And I totally didn't even think to remove the males from the list and do stay at home mom or, work from home moms or whatever. I just did, everybody that follows me and their friends list. Wow, everybody, let's have fun. And I got to thinking, I'm spending money on people seeing my ad. it's not even part of my target marketing. So I'm actually losing money out on that. So make sure that when you're running your ads, you first have it as specific as to your target market. At the bottom of your ad or your post, you need to have a call to action, whether it's drop your email below, because if you don't, I'm not saying go out and invest in all these third-party tools to do email lead generation and all that stuff. You can easily keep a spreadsheet. So if you're doing an ad, say, hey, drop your email below and I'll send you information. Don't say message me, because then they're just going to turn around and message you on Facebook, which that's great because it'll keep your history, but so does email. And again, that lives forever. You can file it into folders. There's so much more you can do with email once you have their email from them. So, at minimum, hey guys, if you're interested in hearing more, drop your email below and I'll send you a message. And you'll start seeing people, I'm so interested. Yeah, send me some information, and they'll have their email. Use that email, transfer it over to a spreadsheet. If you don't have an app or a platform where you send out automated messages, send personalized messages. Make yourself a reminder that once a month you're going to go to that spreadsheet and send out a message to all those customers. You don't have to overwhelm yourself. You don't have to do too much, but every bit of communication that you do with those people is so important. Now, if you are investing a little bit of extra money, so one, you're paying for ads, you're providing a call to action in your message, you might have that call to action go to a landing page. So you would put, click here for more information. When they click there, it goes to a landing page. You guys, you can use a service like Wix. Wix, you can design free websites, free landing pages, free, right? So as soon as they click for more information, they go over to your landing page that has nothing else. It's not your website, nothing for them to go, oh, well, what's this one? Oh, I should listen, read their blog from last week. It simply gives them information that they clicked for. Hey, you wanted more information on coaching, add your name and email address here, and I'll send it out. Maybe you have like a customized template that automatically gets sent out before you have a chance to send them the more personalized message. Or if your call to action is providing a freemium, you send them over to this landing page, they enter their name and their email address, they automatically start getting your free ebook or fitness guide or whatever it is that your freemium is. Now, typically you don't want to stop there, and the reason why the email is so important is you can add in your admin tool of your lead generation. Do you want to add a thank you? This is like if you have MailChimp or Aweber or something like that. So it'll ask you, do you want to send a thank you follow-up when people submit their email address? And you say yes. It'll ask you, where do you want to send them? Most people will say, oh, I'm going to send them to my website because then they can fiddle around and go shop. No, send them to a page that thanks them for, signing up for your newsletter or getting your freemium or whatever, and say, by the way, are you aware of my Beachbody Challenge? If you're interested, as my cat just walks by, if you're interested, sign up here. Go straight to the point. Or maybe you make that thank you another freemium that you have, or sign up here to hear about 22-minute hardcores that coming out in March. Be the first to know what offers that we're providing, whatever. So always make sure you're doing that thank you as well. So because there's the chance for the upsell. See how I took it from social media post to actionable item, then almost to closing a deal, right? In 3 simple steps. So let me go make sure I go over my notes. On average, so another reason why you want to send emails, so sending out, customer newsletters, any type of communication, when you send out your messages, like your invites, it doesn't always have to be on Facebook, you guys. Send these people an email. They'll appreciate it. It looks more professional. You can personalize it a little bit more. You can add attachments. Again, you can keep folders and histories and drafts and everything with your email, because people, when they follow your page, 3% of people that follow your page on average see your post. 25%, and this is just statistics, 25% of people open and respond to their emails on a daily basis. So when you are doing a post, your posts are usually more broad because you're not looking, you're not thinking in your head, Sally Sue, and then your message, your post isn't like, hey, do you wish that you could quit your job at the whatever? It's not that specific, right? When you are emailing that person, you can be that more specific. You can talk about, catering to their inner needs, not just their external needs. So now we're really talking to them about how this challenge group or this coaching opportunity can really change their lives, and you can make it that much more personable. So, and again, social media, like I said, it has no individualization for post. With email, you add their name, right? I mean, I guess in Facebook message, hi Sally, but in email, it just looks more professional and it's more personalized. You can add a subject line. You can name, subject line, and then the content. Again, the content, it pertains directly to why you're reaching out to that person. So sure, social media has the ability to reach more people and help you create your brand. But once you're doing that in the process and you're earning the trust of people, you should be capturing their contact information. And if someone's not willing to share that, that means that they haven't quite earned your trust yet. So you have more work to do in that relationship building phase. So last couple of things here. What's the heart?
There's something broken with the TV.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry, guys. Hey, busy mom, right? Last bit, and I'll wrap it up right here. Social media, like I said, it's always changing. Your email is forever. Here's a couple of fun statistics, moving forward. Of the age group, so this is interesting depending on what age that you are. I'm in that middle bracket. So of the age group 18 to 29 years old, 60% of people visit social media every day. So you can tell the younger crowd is more geared towards social media. Is that my target market? Maybe towards the latter end, but my target market is actually the medium point, 30 to 49 years old. 39% of people in that age bracket visit social media every day. 20% of the age bracket 50 to 64 open social media and participate every day. Now here's interesting. So that was all social media. Taking those same age brackets of those people 18 to 29 years old, 62% open and send and receive email on a daily basis. So 60 social media, 62% email. So actually that younger generation is still using email as their primary communication. Of the age bracket 30 to 49, 67% of people. That's a huge jump from 39%. 39% of 30 to 49-year-olds are on social media daily, when 67% of them are on email. And then the last age bracket, 50 to 64, it's about the same. About 20% visit social media, 20% are opening and participating in some form of email communication. So you guys, again, if you are not getting emails or, contact information from these people's, to phone numbers even at best, because those are always changing too, but you need to have, I should say, more than just a Facebook connection or Instagram connection with your customers. These are not just your followers, these are your customers. Whether they bought from you or not, you are still going to continue to build those relationships and provide that value, and it needs to be done somewhere outside always of social media. I agree, it's still social media is the best way to contact and engage, more of an instant form of communication, but you need to have that long-term option as well. Okay, you guys, hope that helps. That was your little tip for the night.